and I do more than just rap a lot. Listen, I win and got my...
NFL football has come to Southern Nevada as we are in the menacing new Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. The atmosphere here electric. No matter the venue, the home folks love their silver and black. They are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Baltimore Ravens. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end.
And a good catch there by Mark Andrews. And many think that paired with Lamar Jackson, they may be the best quarterback-tight end combo this side of Mahomes and Kelsey.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a carry for Dobbins. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. That's complete to the fullback, Ricard. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Jackson. Well, he's going to go for it all. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Jonathan Abram picks it. And the Raiders are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at the 20. First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
And there's a typical run by Josh Jacobs, one where as a defender, you have to make a decision about how you approach him because he's awfully physical with the ball in his hands. 12 touchdowns on the ground last year after 7 as a rookie, and he was a 1,000-yard rusher in each of his first 2 seasons. Wouldn't surprise me, with enough touches, he could easily crack the 1,500-yard mark.
Now a man open down the middle of the field and able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Here's Carr to throw. And he will find his man Ruggs. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A big play there for the Raiders. 1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Jacobs. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. Jacobs again. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs taking it in from a yard out. And the Raiders are on the board here first in the season opener. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Play action. Now Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. I have to imagine many defensive coordinators had a sleepless night trying to game plan ways to slow down Lamar Jackson. What do you think is the most effective way to try to do it?
Well, you've got to be a little counterintuitive because normally you're sitting on the wide receiver 1, aren't you? But with Lamar Jackson, I'd sit on the tight end. He loves to throw into the middle of the field, loves that position as his #1 target. Take that away and hope you have a corner who can stand up man-to-man against his speed guy on the perimeter.
Jackson on 1st down. He'll get that to the rookie from Minnesota, Rashad Bateman. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it's Jackson. Setting up the screen here to Edwards. Touchdown! Gus Edwards. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Good bounce-back drive right there through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce-back, tremendous poise, confidence never lost, and obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
Tucker with the extra point, and we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season, and they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50, and out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A big play there for the Raiders. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Carr going to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr. Throw left side complete. That's Jacobs. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 29-yard line. It was a solid check down there with pressure coming, wasn't it?
It was, because you're trying to go through your progression. And when you have that type of pressure in your face, it changes what you're doing and how fast you have to do your reads. And able to come back and find him in open space, that's a really nice play.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. To throw his Carr. And he'll find Ruggs on the right side. It's so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there.
Henry Ruggs was the first wide receiver taken in the draft a year ago, and he absolutely fit the Raiders' profile of speed, speed, speed. Didn't have the immediate impact that they had hoped.
And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Now Jackson. That's complete, left side to Bateman. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. So, CD, big changes for 2021. Of course, last year we had the expansion from 6 to 7 teams in each conference making the playoffs. This year, the headline, the addition of a 17th regular season game. What did you think when you heard the news that this was happening?
Well, my first thought, partner, was finally, because we've heard about a 17th game coming for a long time, and now here it is. So the beautiful part about all of it is that 17th game is going to be like these interdivision, interconference type games.
This is intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And he'll get this back across the midfield, striping down to the 40. 7-yard line. They'll run on first down. Jacobs. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Play action. Now it's Carr. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And the Ravens are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. Returnable now for Woodson. 6-yard return after a punt of 48. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
On play action, it's Carr. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And down inside the 10 at the 9. It's a big play there for Vegas. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Now Carr. Escaping the pressure right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Now a play fake. Carr. And he finds Waller in the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 21-7. Now to kick this one away, and off it goes. No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Here's 2nd and 10. Dobbins running out of the gun. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. Here's Jackson to throw. And that's knocked away and incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
51 yards on the punt there. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Looking downfield for Jones. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Carr. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here.
And that is caught. It's Ruggs. Touchdown, Vegas. Henry Ruggs in the final seconds of the first half. And the Raiders are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. So we reach halftime here in our first Monday Nighter of the season. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
Meanwhile, Carr's throw complete here to Waller. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
No tight end had more catches in 2020 than Darren Waller with 107. The third most by a tight end in history. Maybe we should just take the label off and call him an outstanding receiver.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Jones goes diving, and he's got it.
And not all spectacular catches are the result of a pass that maybe was not thrown quite right. Sometimes it's thrown in the perfect spot, and you have to just go get it. And he did that right there.
No fear there in the middle of the field. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Carr's throw there complete to Ruggs. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. On play action, now Carr. And that is caught, but he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge, incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Carr. He finds his man Johnson. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And he finds Waller in the end zone for a Raider touchdown. 3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then...
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. It's a big play there for Baltimore. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. From the gun, Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end, Andrews. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A big connection on that one. 30 yards. And they'll try to pound it in with Ricard. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Patrick Ricard punching it in from a yard away. And the Ravens get a bit closer. Now Tucker to add the PAT. It's good, and it's now 35-14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Carr. And he whips that one incomplete there. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And unable to connect, incomplete. Well, give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And that will hit and continue on out of bounds. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
And the Raiders have got him. Max Crosby. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now it's Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Ravens on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big play that time through the air. 36 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Play action. It's Jackson. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Max Crosby. Able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson. Got a man. It's Brown. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. To throw is Jackson. This will be caught once again by Brown. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And they're going to face a 3rd down. To throw again is Jackson. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. J.K. Dobbins. Excellent work there to get in on the touchdown run. And the Ravens have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. What was once a really comfortable lead is not so comfortable anymore. Down to a 2-score game after they've seen a pair of touchdowns go against them on those last 2 drives.
Yeah, they've got to find a way to get off of autopilot right now. Okay, get back to what was working for them earlier. Understand that they still have a 2-score lead, so it's not dire. But at the same time, okay, guys, let's mash the gas. Let's get going again. Let's have some fun.
Carr now on 1st down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I think the Raiders are going to be able to hold on to it, yes. So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long. Shotgun now for Carr. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
You definitely would have liked to hit on that one because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the 4th.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no, but the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu. And the Raiders are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time. but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off right around the 43. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Obi Melifonwu. And the Raiders are going to get the football back at their own 17. Well, time, I mean, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defense's side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly, and what a benefit for them.
He's got a man, complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Making 4 touchdown passes now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead. Carlson on for the PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns and 21 points. Kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. First down and more for Jackson. And all the way up to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They go play action now. Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. From the gun, it's Jackson. He's going to let it fly. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Trayvon Mullen. And the Raiders are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take...
And that's caught inside the 35. And finally, he is out of bounds, but not before taking it down near the 15. It's a big play there for Vegas. On first down, it's Jacobs. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. 47 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. 2nd and 3 from the 9. Carr going to look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. And that is caught. It's Ruggs. Touchdown, Vegas. Henry Ruggs with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this fourth quarter. Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Las Vegas, it's a great win here on a Monday night as they'll start the new campaign 1-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a home date next week against the Kansas City Chiefs. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Salute when you see me. That jealousy is an ocean and you either float or you sink. Moment of truth, credit check, you not approved. BB King, I'm in love with the blues. Don't start me up, I got finishing moves. Look, salute when you see me. Slid through all the commotion, it's breaking news, they got an ad on TV. Popping out on them, I'm politicking, probably in a section where you not permitted. My honey's matching my Dodger fitted, playing all goal, ain't no stopping in it. Look, salute when you see me, I bought her a CC and that was her purse. Disgusting with do for a purse, disgusting with do for the clout. I'm one of the realest without. They thought I was gone, but all I got, you gotta play my next around. Salute when you see me. Put in the car to my runner gets you speedy. Still thugging like the days when they weren't hearing my CD. Made it out of the trenches. Just salute when you see me. Yeah, salute when you see me. I'm getting greedy, I blow the whole budget on me, that's on me, I'm conceited. Treaty, nah, that ain't how we treat it. This right here sound like a three-peat. I put the in it sound like I'm knee-deep, I'm like, oh, get you needy. Me and HB going Juvie and BG, they gotta put my face on the box of Wheaties. I'm praying for whoever think they competed, so when you see me. That's all he ever, so that's how you greet me. I'm going TM 101 cheesy, and plus they got D2 on repeat. I'm with the love of my life for like 3 weeks, cause that's all I needed. She wanna go on a trip and retreat, but I'm sorry, I never retreated. I set the bar so high that you might as well leave it. I'm going undefeated, I broke in the system, had to